Hello and welcome. I'm Sue Ann with Right Mix for Business, and you're watching episode 6 of the Marketing Mirror. And each week we're going into the Marketing Mirror to look into the Marketing Mirror to pull out any of the magic that we can use to make your marketing easier, smarter, and just better. Today, I'm going to jump right into a topic that we've been working on where when we talk about social media, we've been talking about the channels, the platforms, and in particular, the major platforms, the main platforms, those being the ones that have the most users. And we've been trying to hone in on some of the things that might matter in helping you discover whether that audience and that platform fit your business. Today, we're going to take a peek into the power of Pinterest to propel peeps to your preferred platform.
Step inside the Marketing Mirror to uncover marketing secrets, discover gems, tactics, lessons, and campaigns you can use, next gen or fundamentals. Grab the marketing magic to improve your marketing and win more business. Only on 100 TV. Only on 100 TV.
Because Pinterest power means women. And women don't mind, none of these women mind shopping online, not one bit. They use Pinterest, a search engine disguised as a social media channel, to gather information, ideas, and inspiration for projects of all kinds. You see, unlike most platforms, Pinterest has a rather uneven split. When it comes to male and female, it skews more towards female. 80%, according to We Are Social and Hootsuite, almost 80% of Pinterest's ad audience is female. And that data was collected by our friend Adam over at Blogging Wizard. So people gather or pin their ideas on Pinterest boards, and then they share their favorites in creative and inspiring collections. And then these shared boards allow you to collaborate with teams. So you can have teams of colleagues or families or friends or work groups. And then what you collect stays in your Pinterest dashboard, and then you get to refer to it, use it again when you're ready, or you can add or adjust to it over time. So they stay there. So Pinterest is a little bit of an odd ducky social channel, but leveraging Pinterest can mean a lot of not only targeted traffic, but actual revenue from what I understand from people who really optimize and leverage and use Pinterest. They can actually work from Pinterest as their main or only social channel and do really well. And that's another thing that maybe I haven't talked about or covered, but you don't have to be on every social channel. You can really, I think I did mention it earlier, but you can really optimize one channel and, just go with it if it sustains what you need for business. Or you can optimize one and move to the next, because if you're not optimizing the channel, then moving to the next one is sort of, almost silly. You get good at one before you move on. Or you can look at, like, I've been doing 5 channels and I feel like I'm everywhere and I'm not sure if I'm gaining traction. So maybe at that point you need to rethink and really concentrate on one at a time and get it on track and then move to the next. You can have a presence everywhere, but maybe you need to put your focus or hone in on one that you think is the potentially best one, or is already the best one, or is one that's lacking and needs pulled up. And then when that gets strong, move out from there. But back to Pinterest. So let's talk about, again, when you're picking your social platforms, you have to think about your audience, your business goals, and what you personally do best, where your talent lies in creating the social content. because what platform for my peeps depends on a lot of things. If you think about Pinterest, Pinterest is a visual discovery engine, and you use these boards to collect information, ideas, and inspiration. Maybe you didn't know that there are 433 million active monthly users on Pinterest. 46% of users in the US and female. So this contradicts the earlier data that talked about it being an 80% split, but it was also talking about those who buy from ads. So there's two things that this might mean. This might mean that women are more, their user intent may be more open towards shopping. But it also tells us that in the US, even though the world market is skewed towards women, in the US, there's potentially over a 50% male market on Pinterest. And what does that mean to your brand or to your target audience or to your solution? That's a great question. So remember again that I mentioned that Pinterest is a search engine in disguise. And why does that matter? Well, because it's in that way not a social platform, which gives it a few things that make it have additional positives. Because it is a search engine in disguise, it's also picked up by Google and other search engines for SERP, which is search engine results page. So if you want to get pulled in by Google rankings and perhaps use search engine optimization with your pins, you can actually have a better chance to get your Pinterest content pulled into Google search sometimes than your Google stuff. So in other words, Google is searching other platforms. So other search engines. So it pulls in Pinterest as a resource. And I think also because it's so visual, I think Google leans towards it for the visual aspects of the content on Pinterest, honestly. You want to propel your pins for a lasting effect, meaning you want to think about things sort of in an evergreen fashion when you're dealing with Pinterest. You want to take a focused effort, and so you want to think about using a few more digital marketing tactics and maybe even a tool if you need to get things in place for success stemming from Pinterest's social strategies. This channel, like Instagram, requires very specific assets, platform-specific assets and sizes for your visuals. So one thing I like about the visual channel is that it's not pushing those reels and the stories and the shorts, oh my. It's really a lot kind of calmer. Videos are in the content mix, but the content types and styles are really unending on Pinterest. And the demand for all the videos all the time kind of feels non-existent there. So it doesn't feel so like all videos all the time kind of thing. It feels to me anyway, like a lot of social platforms are so pushing the videos that this nice mix of, again, strong visual content, strong, rich media of different types, but not so much just video or short videos, makes it a little bit refreshing, in my opinion. The other thing that's really cool is that you want to think about, again, from a strategic perspective, that you want to stay on brand and on topic with your Pinterest boards. So keep in mind, you can have 5 different business pages. So if you have topics that don't jive whatsoever, that aren't related, you can, use different pages for those different topics, because the more focused that you are, the more branded and evergreen you'll want your content to be, because this is a channel that, unlike your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Instagram feeds that fly, your Twitter feeds that go so fast and the content's gone, These pin boards makes a whole library of what you're collecting. So if you think about staying on brand and on topic when you set up and position yourself on Pinterest with your board topics and or highlighting those that apply to your business, this is going to make your social channel on Pinterest a lot more sticky. And so you get a lot more mouths out of your work in a way. What's important though is that you be sure to set up a Pinterest business page right away. So immediately, if you do that if you set up a Pinterest business page. So, okay, so there's two ways to do it. Either set up a Pinterest business page or change your personal page into a business page, or you can keep your personal page and add a business page. But I recommend, or it's been recommended to me, that you just skip the personal page and just create your business page. Because the other thing is you can have up to 5 business pages or that personal page and 4 business pages that are separate pages, which is really great because it's not like the whole hassle to have more than one space, like some of the social channels and networks. Why do you want also to set up that Pinterest business page? Well, again, you want to hook up your e-commerce, which it allows you to hook up your e-commerce catalog right to in the business hub. So inside of Pinterest, you can bring in your, catalog from Shopify or your whatever, WooCommerce page, whatever. You can actually put an e-commerce catalog right into your business hub. So this also is your ad manager, which also putting it in the business hub is your ad manager. And that's the other thing that's cool about it. With switching to a business page, you get the ads manager, which gives you finally analytics data from Pinterest itself. So you cannot get that otherwise. So if you've been like me for a long time just doing a personal page, you're not getting nearly what you should from your Pinterest business page. Plus, the algos for the business page is that it gets better results. So it gets better results. You can have more than one if you have different websites or businesses or interests. You can, therefore get really focused. You can create, purposeful business boards, and how you set them up visually is now really a lot more under your control. So set up your Pinterest page right away for best results. The maximum was 5 page. You get the e-commerce features, and you can get the complete Pinterest analytics. But here's the big thing. You have to go through all the settings, functions, and especially you have to be sure to do the claimed accounts, it's called. The claimed accounts section of the setup is imperative, and that verifies your website, which again, imperative, because you do want to set up your e-commerce stuff. You do want to be able to get your analytics correctly. So hat tip to Phyllis from Agora Pulse with the Social Pulse Academy, because that's a tip that I learned from her. And guess what, you guys? I'll give you the Pinterest business account link below the video so that you can take a look at getting that set up right away. So it's easy. You can either switch your personal into business or start a new business one. If you're on Pinterest for business, it's better for you to just go with switching it, like I said. The rumor is that it's way better. Pinterest allows you to have links from your posts and your visuals, so they will send traffic, and you will want the analytics data from Pinterest too. So go through all the settings functions, and especially be sure again to get that claimed accounts to verify your website. So you get Shopify and all the rest. This is super important. Don't skip it. Now, let's talk about the pins. Guess what? There are 3 types of pins. So maybe you weren't even aware of that, but there are actually 3 types of pins. Again, Phyllis, I think I pulled this from information that you shared in Agora Pulse. So these pins are idea pins, product pins, and video pins. So idea pins are new, and they are similar to carousels of images, but they end up similar to reels or stories if you look at those on the Meta platform. You can even add text to them. You can add music to get, a complete tale going. You do it through adding images, and then it creates it into that. And at the end, your profile shows up as an overlay so people can connect with you directly right there from creating those. So idea pins are customizable. They can even be videos with voiceovers, or you can go ahead and add, again, music, copy, etc., to get the right look and feel. You can organize your boards showing the order, a particular order to your content, which wasn't the case before, but you can now order your boards, and you can automatically create a cover. How about that? So each board can have a pin code, which is a visual barcode that scans people via their phones directly to you. So if you want to have a pin code, a visual barcode right there on that board, right to your website, right to your whatever page, wherever you want to make that barcode go. So product pins are pins that click you somewhere to buy, versus a buyable pin where you can buy within the Pinterest app directly. So product pins click somewhere to buy versus buyable pins where you can buy within the Pinterest app directly. So you can also add tags to your product pins so that you connect products that go together in a series, which is super cool. So Pinterest boards also, as I mentioned, show up in Google searches. So the SEO on these boards will matter. Keywords are important to search, but currently hashtags on Pinterest are meaningless. But this could change. So you could use a couple just in case, and also do use alt text for your images, and then make sure to enable your rich pins. And also, it's definitely critical that you use that validator, that debugger once. And that's part of the business page process setup as mentioned above. So I'm going to give you some links with some other good ideas and samples. I'm going to give you a link to that business page walking you through how to do it. And I'm going to actually advise you to, if you're not a business page on Pinterest, that you become just that. And let me know if you would like me to do a how-to video going through setting up that page, because I could do that for you. If you like, just let me know. So this is a short and sweet episode because I just wanted to introduce you to some of the things you may or may not have known about Pinterest as a platform that sends social traffic to your website, which is opening the doors for people to do business with you. Thank you for checking out the Marketing Mirror on this Pinterest episode, because Pinterest gives power to propel peeps to your preferred platform. Have a great day. Thank you.
Hold up! Stop the show! It's a good thing this show has a marketing wizard to oversee things. He sent me over right away to get you on track. Did you forget about Millie's profiles and bios for social media checklist? You can't be over yet. Where's the checklist, for goodness sake?
Let me catch you up. The marketing wizard has a sore throat this week and sent a minion because things are going off the tracks at the Marketing Mirror. Marketing Millie is mad at Sue Ann, and Sue Ann is working and creating as fast as she can. And she disappeared awfully quickly today. She told me Millie will be delivering your free social media profiles and bios checklist so you can start the marketing magic at hello. And yes, your bio is a great place to think of marketing and implementing it as a key introduction to your business and brand. By the way, I'm so glad you're here. I sure hope we can find out what's going on.